Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Suffolk. Welcome to our national headquarters here in Roxbury. We're really thrilled to have you here this evening with some of Boston's best students who are going on to college. The work you've done is really incredible, and I just want to personally say congratulations to each and every one of you. I am Brooke Woodson. I am the chair of the Mayor's Scholarship Committee. Thank you. And I also work here at Suffolk as Director of Trade Partner Diversity. But today I'm wearing my Scholarship Committee hat. And I personally just want to start, if you just indulge me a bit, by having some acknowledgments. I would like to acknowledge the Scholarship Committee members who are here today. So we have Marshall Rayner, Carol Lee, Byron Beeman, and I know Craig Galvin's over there next to the mayor. The Scholarship Committee worked really hard on each of the applications. I think we had over 300 this year, and we had to get it down to 30, so you should really be blessed that you were one of the 30 chosen, because it was a really competitive process. And you guys, again, are doing amazing work, and we know you'll do amazing work going into the future. I also want to thank You Aspire, which is an organization that helped us analyze and understand each applicant's financial needs, so we couldn't have done this without them. Please give it up for You Aspire. Is You Aspire in the house? Thank you. We also have Houghton Mifflin Harcourt employees who actually volunteered to go over some of the applications with us. They were a big help. Big shout out to them as well. And then we had a few sponsors this year who really made this possible in terms of financial commitment to the city and to this program. So I'll just read them off. Arbella Insurance Foundation, Herb Chambers, Jonathan and Margot Davis, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, Lewis Family Foundation, Rapid 7, and Santander. So give it up to them. I appreciate it. So to give a welcome from our Suffolk family, we have one of the leaders of our company here. His name is Jim Grossman. He's our National Director of Construction Operations. Jimmy?
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. So as Brooke said, my name is Jim Grossman. I am National Director of Construction Operations here at Suffolk Construction, but most importantly, and what I'm most proud of is being a product of our Boston Public Schools. I'm a graduate of Lenny Jets in the audience. Go Jets. Here at Suffolk, we're honored to host this event tonight. I welcome our students, their families, friends, our teachers, our administrators, principals, our corporate sponsors, our school committee, elected officials, and our Honorable Mayor, Martin J. Walsh. Students, I guess if I was to share something with you, know that the folks that you have here today are so incredibly proud of your achievements. It's a wonderful achievement, and congratulations to you all. In the hopes of moving the program along pretty quickly, I'm going to introduce our chairperson of our school committee, Michael Lecanto. Chairperson Lecanto, we're grateful for your leadership and look forward to a wonderful program here tonight. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you all. Good evening. I'm always so happy to be here. This is great. This is graduation season, and it's also such a great time for us to be celebrating all the accomplishments of our seniors who are leaving to go on and do bigger and better things. I'm happy and want to welcome, first of all, my colleague Jerry Robinson from the school committee, as well as Marshall Rayner, who was introduced earlier, an alum of the committee. Always happy to be in both of your presences. I just want to give you a little bit of a background on the Scholarship Fund today. This is a fund that's been in existence since 1995, came into existence under Mayor Menino's leadership. And over that time, it has provided 965 scholarships to students all across the city. And currently we have 120 students receiving this scholarship, which is a $2,500 annual allotment. And over that time, over those, 24 years now, $2.7 million have been awarded in scholarship funds, and that's all due to the hard work of our corporate sponsors as well as normal individuals in the community that contribute year after year. And so we're deeply thankful for our sponsors for providing that money and that support. And we have no shortage of great stories within each class of scholarship recipients, and I wanted to cite one gentleman this evening who's actually receiving American Sign Language translation, Mr. Abenor, who's also happens, that's the only one, who is also one of our only scholarship class this year. Mr. Abenor is the valedictorian of the Horace Mann School in Brighton, so we want to give him special recognition and a shout out. And the mayor could probably tell you much more about Mr. Abenor, who's spent his time as a member of the Mayor's Youth Council. I believe he's also, if I recall correctly from his introduction at the valedictorian's lunch, a former police cadet. I'm informed that Mr. Abenor is off to Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C. this fall, where he hopes to study political science and become the city's first deaf politician. We're very proud of him. And Mr. Abenor is being recognized specifically this year for the Community Development Scholarship within the Scholarship Fund, which was, again, created specifically in memory of Mayor Menino. So I just want to take one more moment before we introduce our student speakers this evening to recognize all the teachers, the mentors, the family members, all of those that are here to support our students today and who have been here to support our students throughout their career. They couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you. And we certainly appreciate everything that you've done for these students and what you'll continue to do to bring them on to the next chapter in their lives. Now, we have two student speakers this evening, and the Scholarship Committee chose these students based on their life experiences and felt that they are most representative of the experiences of the entire class of 2019 scholarship recipients. The first speaker, and I'm going to have both of them come up, but I'm going to introduce both of them at the same time first, is Jose Mendoza. Mr. Mendoza, you can come on up. Mr. Mendoza is a graduate of Mary Lyon Pilot School in Brighton, and he's also currently a junior at Lesley University, and so this scholarship will be going to support his senior year at Lesley University, so congratulations for that. And our second student speaker, who I'll also call up right now, is Lysandra Francisco. Is Ms. Francisco here? Ms. Francisco is a very recent graduate of New Mission High School in Hyde Park, and she will be attending UMass Amherst this fall as a freshman. Congratulations and welcome to both of you. Oh, I'm sorry. I tried to sneak away too quickly. We're going to have three student speakers tonight, if you didn't already guess. Stanley Aniki. Mr. Aniki. How are you? I recognize you from BSAC. Welcome. Mr. Aniki attended Boston Latin Academy and will also be attending UMass Amherst this fall as a freshman. Welcome and congratulations. Hey, I think.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, good evening, everyone. Like you mentioned. Oh, good evening. Thank you. My name is Jose Mendoza, and I'm from the Allston-Brighton community. I graduated in 2016 from the Mary Lyon Pilot High School in Brighton, Massachusetts. And yeah, those past 3 years have really flown by. I'm currently a rising senior. I'm a first-generation college student, but I'm a rising senior at Lesley University, where I'm studying business management and health, and hopes to enter the healthcare management policy field here in the great city of Boston. Where was I? Let's see. For the last year at Lesley, I really plan on doing many different things. This past year, I served as the former student body president of my university. And for my last year, I look forward to really being the co-chairman of the 2020 Undocumented and Student of Color Graduation Committee. So we had the first one this year, and although I wasn't graduating, it was an initiative that I was very, supportive of, and I really wanted to make sure that we brought to my university. So for my last year, I'm really excited that I have been elected as the next chairman, and I will be overseeing the committee for that graduation, so I'm very excited for that. But at the same time, I'm also excited to be looking for jobs. I'll be applying to jobs, so that's one of my goals that I have for my last year at Lesley. But in order to do that, my goal is to really pass all 8 classes that I have left to complete my undergraduate degree. And it's insane. As a first-generation college student, back then before, I never knew that I was going to be able to go to college. As a Latino male here in the great city of Boston, a lot of people never really gave the same attention to myself like they gave to some other peers of mine. And now that I'm a third-year college student and going into my last year, it's a dream come true. And, my parents have really been there to support me. This scholarship means the world to me for many different reasons. We all know that college is expensive. It is not cheap whatsoever, and they really want to give you loans left and right. But with this scholarship, I know that for my last year, my parents and myself are not going to be really stressing out of, how much do we have to pay this month, or how much do we have to pay for next semester. I know that with this scholarship, it's going to have a huge impact because it's taking a chunk of that, of how much we have left for my last year. And it's incredible. So I'm very grateful to really be a recipient for this last year and to be a 2019 City of Boston Scholarship Fund recipient. And, thank you so much to, again, the Scholarship Committee. I know that you guys put endless amount of work, a lot of time, a lot of different meetings. And overall, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, but also from my family. It really means a lot to me. Also to Mayor Walsh for always supporting students, from the city of Boston, especially the Boston Public School students. I always see Mayor Walsh at different events, going to different elementary schools. To go to my sisters' elementary schools, they always tell me, the mayor was at my school today. So I think that's kind of cool. And just supporting all of these first-generation, low-income students here in the city of Boston. So thank you so much for that work. And also Suffolk Construction for hosting us today. I walked in this evening and I noticed this building. I was like, wow, this is fancy. We're here and they're hosting us today. So thank you so much to Suffolk for hosting us today this evening. And yeah, thank you. You're hiring? Okay. We're applying.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to start it off with, wow, your speech was amazing. And she told me it was a minute long. And I was just like, let me just rush this through because she needs it. So my name is Lysandra Francisco, and I just graduated from New Mission High School in Hyde Park and grew up in Dorchester near Fields Corner. In the fall, I will be attending University of Massachusetts Amherst as part of the class of 2023, and I will pursue my studies to become a clinical psychologist. A career in psychology will allow me to help students deal with problems they have regarding cognitive and emotional behaviors, which are significant barriers to their education. So a lot of that I learned at New Mission, because we do have a good safe space, but I feel like other high schools or other elementary schools in Boston still need a lot of work to cater to their to inner minority students. So I'm thankful for the scholarship because, So with the scholarship is allowing me to afford college and be the first in my family to attend college. Today, I'm grateful to have been chosen for the scholarship and further my education, and I just want to give a big thanks to both my guidance counselor, Mr. G, and Ms. Lopez, for teaching me how to be compassionate, ambitious, and genuine throughout my 4 long high school years. Thank you.
But good evening, everyone. My name is Stanley Aneke. I just graduated yesterday from Boston Land Academy, so I'm so happy. I currently live in South Boston, but I grew up in Roxbury. And I will also be attending UMass Amherst, so hope to see you. And I'll be majoring in biochemistry, and I'll be minoring in environmental science. The goal that I want to obtain from graduating UMass Amherst is to be a biochemist. So I'm hoping to network, do research, do more internships in college to help develop that goal. I'm also hoping to start an environmental justice club because I was a member, still am a member of Boston Student Advisory Council, and I was a part of the environmental justice subcommittee. And because of being a part of that subcommittee, I developed a passion, a drive, and an interest to help stop fight climate change. Because growing up, I lived in Roxbury, like I said, and I had asthma. I remember coughing and wheezing all the time. And it was because of the buses in Roxbury, the numerous amounts of fossil fuels being emitted into the environment. And it impacted me, and I was hurt by that. It was a trauma. And because of that, I decided to advocate and tell people that climate change is happening, and it's disproportionately impacting these lower income communities and these communities of color. And because of that, I wanted my voice to be heard, and I wanted my message to be heard, because it seems like today people aren't really doing anything about it. People don't even believe that climate change is real. So just being able to talk to people and inform people that climate change is happening and it's hurting so many communities is my drive. And by even starting an environmental justice club at UMass Amherst can mean a lot. Getting so much college students to come together to help fight for something that I believe in, that possibly a lot of other kids could believe in, can mean so much to me. And yeah, not only that, college is just expensive in general. Like, I'm broke, I don't know about you, but I don't have the money for it. So it's just being able to be here to just accept this award and being able to just speak to you guys and just share my message means a lot. And yeah, I would love to thank the city of Boston for the scholarship, because giving back to Boston, helping students like me be able to go to college and have the money for it just means so much. It means the world. And yeah, so it would be my honor to welcome Mayor Walsh. You have been doing so much for the city of Boston, and I appreciate so much, like from the bottom of my heart. I really do. You've been working so hard. And for example, getting Boston M7s for all students, that's big. So give him a round of applause, because that's big. So yeah, I would love to thank everyone. Thank Suffolk for hosting us. This building is beautiful. Like, look at it, like, wow. And yeah, so thank you for having me. And yeah, so give a big round of applause for Mayor Walsh.
You're awesome. Thank you, Stanley. And I'm going to take Stanley with me wherever I go for that introduction. I want to thank Stanley. I want to thank Jose and Lysandra. How about a round of applause? There were three amazing speakers. And Jose, Jim Means, talk to him before you leave tonight. You guys sharing your story is amazing. You did an awesome job. So that's great. Thank you. Congratulations. To the scholarship committee, thank you to all of you for making tonight possible. The scholarship committee works really hard to make sure that they get it right, and they put a lot of time, and it's all volunteer. So I want to thank them for their work. I too want to thank Suffolk Construction. I want to thank Jim Grossman for his great support. Brooke Woodson, who was here earlier, Jim English, John Fish, and everyone here at Suffolk. You know, I think it was Jose talked about this building. Wow. John Fish in Suffolk was thinking about building a new building, and they were looking in different parts of the city of Boston, and they looked at the South Boston waterfront to move. And then one day, John woke up and he said, "Why would I move out of Roxbury right where I am?" And that's this $100 million investment right here in Roxbury. That's what he wanted to do, to be in the neighborhood. So I want to congratulate him on that. I want to thank our supporters. This wouldn't happen without people. Broke, there we go. Chambers, Harvard Pilgrim, Huffington Mifflin Hardcore, it's the HMH, there we go. The Lewis Family Foundation, but 7 Santander. I also want to give worked very hard on this. Am I doing this wrong? Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Is this? Can you hear me without a microphone? Can everyone hear me? Good. All right, I'm getting rid of the microphone. I also want to thank the parents, the teachers, the families, the coaches, the mentors, all of you that helped these young people accomplish some incredible things here tonight. Your support has helped these young students grow, flourish, and be successful. And that's something that's really important, so I want to congratulate all of you. And finally, to the scholarship recipients, congratulations on receiving this honor. It was well-deserved. And I can tell you, it's something that I never got a scholarship. So congratulations to all of you. As Brooke said, 350 applicants, 32 scholarships. You were chosen because of your academics excellence. We have 3 city employees receiving scholarships. All of you have broken down barriers. 25% of the classes getting scholarships were born outside the United States of America. Most of you are first-generation college students like I was. Most of you rose above hardships and ways to accomplish this. That's something that you should all be very proud of, because life is not a straight line. You represent what it means to me to be a Bostonian. You work hard, you're always learning, you never give up, and that's something that we are as Bostonians. That's something that we are as immigrants and sons and daughters of immigrants. We continue to fight forward, because the people that came before us had a lot worse than we did, and we need to make sure we continue to move forward. 3 of you are going back to school after taking some time off. Congratulations to those of you that are going back to school. I finished college late as well. I was in my 40s when I graduated college. As you can see, and I didn't go the whole time. My college career started at Quincy Junior College, semester at Suffolk University, dropped out of school, thought I wanted to make some money working construction on these buildings that you see around the city of Boston, what Suffolk does. And I realized I thought I wanted to have new cars and new clothes. And as I dropped out of school, I always had the goal and dream of going back to college. And 2 people in my life said to me, you're never going to go back to college, and not much is going to happen with your life because you don't have a college degree. And I kept those words in my head for a long time. My life took me down not a straight road. I ended up in detox for drinking too much, partying too much. All of that stuff in my life took me down a place I didn't want to be. After I got out, a year and a half later, I was running for state representative. I had a dream. My dream was to be in politics. But when I was in detox, I don't know if anyone knows what detox is, it's where you go if you're struggling with drugs or alcohol. And I'm sitting in detox, it's Sunday night. I'm looking around me. To my right, there's a drug addict. To my left, there's a drug addict and alcoholic. I'm thinking, what am I doing here? Because I don't belong here. But I absolutely did belong there. And when I got out, my dreams started to get focused again. And I started to pay my attention to what I wanted to do in my life. And I wanted to be in politics. I ran for state representative. And I knew in my heart that if I wanted to go further, that I needed to make sure that I went back to school. So I went back to Boston College. And I got my degree at night. I worked during the day. I went to school at night. It was hard. I can't tell you the amount of times that I can't quit school. I drive to school going, I don't need this. But I'd go in and do the class. And my last class, I remember when I left my last class, the feeling I had, how happy I was. And I called my mother to tell her that I graduated college, and she was happy because she was an immigrant. And she was thrilled. I'm the first one in my family to graduate college. And I called the 2 people that 20 years before that, when I dropped out, that said I would never graduate. And I called them and I thanked them. I thanked them for their work because they were challenged. And for 20 years, those words are in my head. And that's why it kept moving me forward, moving me forward, moving me forward. And I was able to graduate, and I was able to finish, and I was proud of that. To the students here, it doesn't matter when you finish. Don't do what I did. But what it does mean, it matters to finish. When you're at school, if you find the first semester being hard, talk to somebody. If you can't figure out, you can't do the work, you think you can't do the work, go see an advisor. Go see a teacher. Go see somebody there. Quick story, I'm in college. I was taking classes, I didn't have to write papers. I didn't tell anyone I didn't want to write papers. I didn't know how to write a paper. I forgot how to write a paper. I was in a class one day, I was struggling, I was about to withdraw. I went up to the professor, I said, I love the class, but I'm going to withdraw out of the class. The professor said, why are you going to withdraw out of the class? You're doing pretty good here. I said, because I have to write the paper, and I'm not really prepared for the paper. He said, come to my office. I went to his office, he sat me down, and he reminded me, he taught me again, because I had it, how to do an outline, how to do a story, how to write the paper.
And from that point on, that challenge, if I didn't ask that question, God only knows if I would have graduated. So don't be afraid to ask those questions. Your dedication inspires all of us to keep expanding access to college. As a mayor, we want to continue to make sure we expand access to college for every young person in our city. Our tuition-free college program now includes private college BFIT to give opportunities to young people to go to BFIT, to get a trade as well as college. We're going to continue to work hard for all our students. When you look around this room, there's a lot of people here today. Some work in the private sector, some work in the public sector. We're all here to make sure that you're successful and the generations of young people that come behind you are successful, because that's something that we should do. And when you graduate college, and whatever you do in college, whether you start an organization to talk about undocumented immigrants, and I'm proud of you for doing that, or whatever you do, make sure you also reach down to high school to let young people know, because the challenges that you're going to face in the next couple of years, you're going to be able to help young people get through those challenges. So we're asking you to get back to that. The next few years, in my notes here that says the next few years will be challenging. The next few years won't be challenging. There'll be experiences. Some of those experiences will be difficult. Some of those experiences will be easy. Some of those experiences will be fun. All of those experiences are going to give you experiences to learn from. They're going to make you a stronger, a better, a more educated person, those experiences that you're going to have. And make sure that as you do them, you enjoy them and take them in. But you've already proven, all of you have proven what it takes. You've shown that earning education can be done in any language or any backgrounds. As you face obstacles, know that Boston has your back. Know that we have your back here in the city of Boston. I want to congratulate all of you. To all the graduates that are here tonight. You're here. A special small group of you are here today because you've accomplished something great. Because people saw on paper the special part of you and what you stand for and who you can be as students. So I want to congratulate all of you today. All of the guests that are here with the students. Congratulations to all of you as well. We are all very proud of you. We're rooting for you, and we're inspired by you. And I know that I can't wait to see what you do next. And whether it's run for public office, run a company, run a nonprofit, just do something spectacular. Thank you.
Let's give it up again for Mayor Walsh, doing an incredible job. This scholarship wouldn't be possible without his leadership, so thank you, Mayor. Thank you for everything you're doing for the school system and the whole city. Now we get to the fun part. We're going to actually award the scholarship to the students, and to do that, my colleague Byron's going to come forward and lead that particular exercise. Let's hear it for Byron Beeman, please.
I don't think I need a microphone. Can everybody hear me? That's that teacher voice, that coach voice where you can throw your voice. Actually, it's theater training. I was a drama major in college. Don't look at me like anything's wrong with drama, because it helps you deal with drama. All right? And for the graduates, believe in the power of ideas, okay? Don't ever think that an idea is crazy or ridiculous, because everything that we use, everything that we come in contact with started off as an idea, okay? So always believe in the power of ideas. All right, here we go. All right. First up, we're gonna have Mohammed Abnor. Is this on? Yeah. Mohammed lives in the South End and attended the Horace Mann School. He will be attending Gallaudet University this fall, where he plans to major in political science. Mohammed is the recipient of this year's Community Development Award. The Community Development Award was established in memory of Mayor Thomas Menino, who was well known for his deep community service and building communities across all backgrounds. Next up, we have Stanley Aniki. Stanley lives in South Boston and attended Boston Latin Academy. He will be attending the University of Mass at Amherst, where he plans to major in biochemistry. You must like math. All right. Next, we will have Jacqueline Oriave Jimenez. Jacqueline lives in East Boston and attended the Edward M. Kennedy Academy for Health Careers. She will be attending the University of Massachusetts at Boston this fall, where she plans to major in psychology. Next, we have Kuyen Bui. Kuyen lives in Dorchester, Dorchester, and attended Boston International High School. She will be attending Clark University, where she plans on majoring in biology. Next up, we have Sukana Truman. Sukana lives in West Roxbury. She just finished her freshman year at Simmons University, where she is majoring in nursing. Yes, yes, yes. Next, we have Nasir DeCruz. Nasir lives in Mission Hill and attended the Community Charter School of Cambridge. He will be attending the University of Mass in Lowell, the rival from down the street. Next, we have Jessica Flores. Jessica lives in Mattapan and currently attends Lesley University. Jessica is a family coordinator at the Rafael Hernandez School in Roxbury, and once she completes her degree, she hopes to be a school-based social worker in BPS. All right, next up we have Lysandra Francisco. Lysandra lives in Dorchester and attended New Mission High School. She will be attending the University of Massachusetts at Amherst, where she plans to major in psychology. She's not here, okay. Kendall French. Kendall lives in Dorchester and attended the Henderson Inclusion School. He will be attending Bridgewater State University this fall and plans to major in computer science. Next, we have Henry Hune. Henry lives in Dorchester and attended Tech Boston Academy. He will be attending Northeastern University this fall, where he plans on majoring in business and economics. Okay, next we have Florcenthia Jolibois. Florcenthia lives in Rosendale and attended Boston Community Leadership Academy. She will be attending Worcester Polytechnic Institute this fall, where she plans on majoring in computer science. Taisha Jones Horner. Taisha lives in Dorchester and attends the University of Massachusetts at Lowell. She currently works for the city's Age Strong Commission as the Administrative Director of Volunteer Programs. You're very welcome. Mame Kadi Torre. Mame lives in the West End and attends Cambridge College, where she is pursuing her degree in early childhood education. She is a paraprofessional at Up Academy in Dorchester. Denise Lewis. Is Denise here? Okay, up top. Take your time. Denise lives in East Boston. She recently finished her junior year at Northeastern University, where she is majoring in information technology. Rebecca McLean. Rebecca lives in Hyde Park and attended New Mission High School. She will be attending the University of Massachusetts at Amherst, where she plans on majoring in creative writing. Michael McKinney. Michael lives in Rosendale and attended New Mission High School. He will be attending University of Massachusetts at Amherst, where he plans on majoring in business. Jose Mendoza. Jose lives in Alston. He just finished his junior year at Lesley University, where he is majoring in business management with a health minor. He will be going into his senior year this fall. Oh, yeah. Amyris Perez Mejia. Amyris lives in Dorchester and attended Cathedral High School. She will be attending Stonehill College this fall, where she plans on majoring in criminology. Rakia Sheikh Ali. Rakia lives in the South End and attended Boston International High School. She will be attending Lesley University this fall, where she plans on majoring in social work. Minting Zing. Minting lives in Roxbury and attended Charlestown High School. She will be attending the University of Massachusetts at Amherst, where she plans on majoring in environmental science. And we have Celine Gomes. Celine is from Alston and recently finished her sophomore year at the University of Massachusetts at Dartmouth, where she is majoring in English and Women and Gender Studies. Celine is the recipient of this year's Community Spirit Award. This award was created in honor of Dawn Jaffier, who was only in her 20s when she was killed in 2014 from gun violence. She was a youth worker and health teacher at West End House Boys and Girls Club, as well as BPS. And UMass Amherst graduate, she was also a City of Boston Scholarship awardee. Can we have another huge round of applause for our recipients? That sounded real formal. Can we get one more? Thank you. Thank you. You know, this ain't the Opera House. All right. Can we have all of the scholarship recipients to come back down so we can take a group picture?
we couldn't have done the scholarship process without the amazing work of the mayor's staff, and there are two people in particular, Casey Brock-Wilson and Rachel Goldstein, who just went above and beyond in keeping us organized on target. So let's give a big round of applause to them. Please come on up here. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Can we get a picture? You're welcome. Thank you for everything you did. So again, thank you, Mayor Walsh, for being here and for your leadership on this issue. We greatly appreciate it. And that concludes our ceremony. Big shout out to all the recipients one last time. You guys are amazing.